are the toughest sports network in Detroit. But we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another season of the Lions pregame show. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy,
sir.
Sean Baligan. The Sun Cruisers Lions pregame show. In case you can't tell,
We are so bad.
we are so back, buddy. We
so
did it.
bad.
We did it. We did it. They said, ha ha! Here he is, everybody. Shout out
What an
Sun
animal.
Cruisers. Tullamore Irish Whiskey. Shout out Second Best. All the people, all the partners for the Lions pregame show. But we are happy to be here, back with you. You're fired up in the Woodward Sports chat thread. We got a ton to get to. Breaking news at midnight. Yeah, and Sean, I'll tell you this. We should have seen this coming to some degree. Maybe not specifically JMO, but we should have seen this coming. But Sean, damn it, we are back. Lions-Packers today, 4 o'clock. Hey, Packers, the time for talk is over. The time for talk, Sean, is in 6 hours. Your fate sitting beside you. Like, Sean, we're back.
Mother's just sitting there kind of nodding his head. He knows.
He knows?
He knows. He knows. No, and you know, at some point in time, Neal, I would like to say I know exactly when my pants are going to come off. I know they're coming off. I don't know exactly when, but no, this has been a long wait. It was great to see Terry and Broder. I had so much fun with them in the spring.
If you haven't checked
summer.
out that show, Woodward and Maine, do so.
Start your day with those guys. I'm being so serious. It was great doing this. I mean, but hey, listen, the talk is over for all of us. It is. We're still the warden, okay? We run this yard, and we're going to have the opportunity to show that to the Packers in full fashion today. But, Neal, at the same point, too, the talk is over for us. Now it's
You're right.
time for the Lions to go fulfill their destiny. I'm convinced, all right, and I remember talking to Terry and Broder about this. I'm convinced that this regular season is going to be misery. And hear me out, okay? Because you are going to have people in our chat and all over town saying, oh, man, we took a step back. Oh, man, we took a step back. Because the likelihood of 15-2 isn't very high. And I can hear people saying now, oh, my gosh, we went 13-4. You guys are slapdicks. You're going crazy. We're minus 2 games. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it each and every week. The ultimate success or failure of this team is going to be predicated solely on what happens in January and February, like real National Football League franchises operate. And that's the beauty of this. So take care of your business, take care of business in this division, and that starts today.
Absolutely. Good to have Ryan Glinski here in the sound booth. Ryan, you all right?
Yeah, this is a fun time. Had a fun night yesterday being here, and now it's Lion season. Got to put that Michigan loss behind me yesterday. So
What were the
hopefully
vibes like?
It was mixed.
Meet the new quarterback, same as the old quarterback? Oh, we'll do that on Monday on Big D Energy. Chris in the house as well. I'm excited for this. Chris on the 1s and 2s.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm pissed, though. This chair keeps sinking, and now I look normal height
Oh,
like
yeah,
the rest
you will.
of you.
Well, yeah,
now
you
I
will.
look like the rest of you.
That chair will continue to drop.
I know.
You know, as it goes on. Like when you're in the club with the ladies. It'll just
Yeah.
continue to drop as
Get low.
the day
Get low.
goes on. Yeah, absolutely.
I can get with that.
No, but Chris is here. You're here in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe. Get in here. Good to see you all. And, yes, in the chat, Art Vandelay, Cut the Ish Sunday. Oh, we're going to do that. We are absolutely going to do that. Anakin Skyhoger, apparently JMO got extended. Yes, we will probably lead off the show with that. Paul Thomas, Sean half in the bag already. Nice to see. No, not yet, but shout out Sun Cruisers.
Oh, it's coming.
Look at this.
It's coming.
Shout out Sun Cruisers.
It-
There's Matt Broder dropping off some supplies.
Oh, isn't Matt Broder's just a quality human being.
Quality purse. We got a variety pack there, but yeah, we're in here.
This stuff is legit. Like, Neal, I've been talking about it in the morning. You were kind enough when everybody came over my house for the preseason game. You were kind enough to bring some
Yeah.
of these, and I was not aware.
You were not prepared either.
I'm aware.
And you're prepared.
I've become self-aware.
No, but
which is a dangerous thing.
Unplug.
But, no, you guys, listen. All jokes aside, we've been waiting for this forever. And I'm so glad that we're going into the belly of the beast. I'm so glad that everybody's talking up the Green Bay Packers. I am. I think there's been a lot of hypocrisy from the Green Bay Packer fans I know, and a lot of that has to come with Crazy Month because, Neal, this is a fan base, okay? And these are not my words. Trust me when I say this. These are not my words. I know a lot of Packer fans up there, shout out to Terry Foster, in Kitchitikipi and places as such up in the UP, okay, that have come to me, that they have come into my bosom and said, I don't know about Jordan Love. I got some questions about Jordan Love. I was one of those guys that thought, yes, this was the heir apparent, the lineage of Favre. He beget Rodgers. Rodgers beget Love. And all of a sudden, you've got some doubts. But the closer you come to the season, all of a sudden the slapdick gene really kicks in and everything, and everybody's all in now. Good. I want it. Tell me how good you are. Tell me that you're the favorite in the division. Tell me how it's time to take the power back. Good. I want every bit of that. And I know that the Detroit Lions do as well.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Barry, Neal, I lost on your get right. Steve, your get rights are off to an ice cold start. Well, I am 0-2 in my last 2 get rights. My record now has fallen to 68-35. Sorry.
Damn. Is that any good?
Sorry. Documented, by the way.
Is that any good?
No, it's not.
But that one's not my fault. I was told that Michigan's quarterback would descend upon Norman, Oklahoma, would actually, drop in from the heavens above, and that he was going to be the best quarterback in the stadium. Remember, I did this on the show. I was told this. I said, is John Mateer or Bryce Underwood the best quarterback in the stadium? 79% of the people told me it was going to be Bryce Underwood. Was I lied to?
I made money off Mateer, so
I am a huge I'm a real big fan of Bryce Underwood. I am, okay? But I've said this for months. He is a true freshman. He's a true freshman.
No, it doesn't matter.
What he is now and what he is even at the end of the year might be two different things. And it doesn't help that I don't think, the play calling was all that.
Yo, Sharon Moore's the reason now, I've noticed.
We gotta have that conversation.
I've been having that conversation. Never mind. Okay, we're not doing that right now. You guys did it yesterday.
When coaching genius Venables makes you look silly,
that's a bad thing.
We gotta have some conversations about that.
No.
I think those conversations need to start. I do.
We will, and Sean Baligan will on his morning show on Monday from 8 to 10. I will on Big D Energy 11 to 1 on Monday as well. But it's the Lions pregame show brought to you by Sun Cruisers, Ven Johnson, Mordew, Irish Whiskey, the fine folks at Second Best, Mad Max also. Sean Baligan. If you want to skip the line, you can use the super chat like Paul Thomas did. National sports media has jumped all over the Packers will be in the Super Bowl narrative. This is insane, guys.
I want it. Neal, so we did something on the morning show this past week, and I know everybody's got a different answer. And normally for me, if you ask me what was my favorite game, it's when we beat the fucking Bears, okay? But last year, do you know what my favorite game was? It was the game in Lambeau. Because you know what it did? It brought back so many of our old memories. Because you remember what the storyline going into that game was? Oh, no, this is going to be Packer weather.
Bad weather.
Oh, no.
Jared Goff,
where's
your glove?
Can't play outside. Oh, goodness gracious, whatever will we do? It's all going to end.
And he spun that bitch.
100. And it was Jordan Love that was struggling. It was Jordan Love that came up gimpy. So those are the things that And Dan Campbell's press conference. Remember when Dan Campbell was asked about it, and Dan, he did that. I love when Dan goes into the Texan aw shucks routine. I really do. Oh, this is why we play football. Right? I'm going to tell the guys to wear their white jerseys, and we're going to get dirty, just like you're a little kid. We embrace this. We want this. And you're like, yeah, yes, this is how real franchises think. So. Hopefully we can have a replay of that today, although it sounds like the weather's going to be picture perfect up in Green Bay.
Dante 151 on the super chat. Sean, so about yesterday night, what happened to Michigan against Oklahoma? Oklahoma didn't falter last night like you thought. Go Lions. Oh, we pulled the receipts. Okay.
I know 100%. I thought that Michigan would find a way to win that game. I'm going to say it again. I look at Venables' track record. I think he's a mess. I really, truly do. I think he's a mess, and I think that the receipts, Neal, I think the receipts show that. But Yeah, I mean, they beat Michigan last night. Period. End of story. And you know what? As we talk about often, Neal, on this very show, I think it was at the point of attack. I think it was in the trenches.
100%.
Both
Wait
sides.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay. All right, I'm going to wait.
Was I lied to?
I'm going to wait. Can I get another drink?
Is that a Joe Moore award-winning
It is.
offensive line?
It is.
I was told that.
It is.
Like 3 years ago.
Was I lied to? Is it okay? All right, real quick,
see.
1 minute on it, and then it's Lions Packers. We're gonna get into the JMO contract in 1 minute, okay? No, Sean, no, don't reach, don't reach.
I like booze.
Who doesn't?
I got killed by people here at this network, literally on the air, that I'm still waiting for. To this point, Neal, you're right. Is it been very Auburn-like since the national championship?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I was looking for. That's all I was looking for.
Neal, I am a man.
8-6.
I am a man that
With an
deals
exhibition
in
win.
facts. That's it. I'm a man that deals in facts, and it's hard to argue that.
Okay, that's
There's
it.
no other way you can say that.
All right, breaking news last night for the Lions, and I think it's one of the main storylines with this organization as we get ready to rock here on the Lions pregame show, Woodward Sports Network. Jamison Williams, Sean, the news of the extension came, and I when they didn't make the move with Zadarius Smith, there was a part of me that said, okay, somebody's gonna get an extension. I thought that it might be the Hutch one dropping, because you started to see the leaks of the news that Hutch and the Lions are making progress. But then old Brad Holmes threw the 3-1 curveball on everybody.
I think, and this goes back to Neal. Gosh, I remember doing a show with you on Big D months ago where people were talking out loud of well, what are we going to do with Jamison Williams?
Well, it's funny you bring that up, because Cody Engel in the chat, quote, odd man out. I remember that.
A lot of people thought that. A lot of people thought that. And this is a guy we've watched grow up before our very eyes. And that's integral. What he brings to the table, I think that speaks for itself. The secret's out. It was funny, Neal, I was watching you and those Viking fans. They're so adorable. They're still...
They're back. They're in midseason
Oh,
form. Sean, funny you say that. Funny boy Roddy, Vikings winning the division and Super Bowl this season.
Of course they
KOC finally got a quarterback he wanted. This whole league's in trouble.
Of course they are. I know. Yeah, so I got dragged in kicking and screaming with the Viking fans, okay? The Bear fans always get on me, and this is going to be the first of many times. Fuck the Bears. Let's just get that out of the way right now. It's going to be the first of many times. But it was hysterical to watch you, the master, doing your craft on Twitter. It's really fun to watch you toy with these Viking fans and the compare and contrast and everything. And I forget the bum that some Viking fan tried to compare Jamison Williams to, and it was like, if you think that that's all that there is to Jamison Williams, keep thinking that way, baby. Just keep thinking that way. He's going to hurt you, obviously, in the air. He's going to hurt you on the ground. And he's going to hurt your defense because he's going to stretch your defense in ways that your defense doesn't want to be stretched. And I think all the questions about Jamison Williams should be put away, right? They should be put away. And certainly the most important thing is, in Brad Holmes' mind, all those questions are put away. He saw fit for that contract, and let's go.
Go ahead.
Can I add one thing about this contract?
Sure.
One of my friends tweeted this out. Jamison Williams, $67 million guaranteed. Jalen Waddle, $76 million guaranteed.
No, here's what it is, okay? And I see this narrative going along on Twitter. Jamison Williams has just 1,400 career receiving yards and just agreed to $67 million guaranteed. And the numbers, everyone wants to hear me talk about it, right? So I'll talk about it, because the contract thing is kind of my lane here. I don't deal in AAVs, because AAVs do not matter. I deal in guarantees, because that's what you are on the hook for. And the bottom line is, this is an extension onto the rookie deal. So this will come in a little bit later. The bottom line is, it's 3 years. This dude says 67. I've seen 63. Can we call it for simple math's sake, can we call it 66?
Sure.
Is that fine?
Fair.
3 years, 66. 66 divided by 3 puts us at what, Sean? 22, right? $22 million a year, guaranteed. That's what Jameson Williams is at right now. So, guys, and again, you talked about the conversation I had with the Twitter fans and the people like this, just 1,400 yards, and the Vikings fans piped in. Justin Jefferson, who Jameson Williams averages more yards rushing in the playoffs than he does receiving, makes nearly double and guarantees what hey, is Justin Jefferson double what Jameson Williams is?
No.
Not even close.
No.
Not even close. Have they just scratched the surface with what Jameson Williams is?
Absolutely.
Sean, I've said this the second they drafted him. I said this even after the bust Jameson Williams first year that everybody wanted to talk about. I said it then. I'll say it today. I'll say it tomorrow. I'll say it this season, next season, 3 seasons from now. He has mercurial talent in this league. You are watching in real time in his prime, not even in his prime, going into his prime, Tyreek Hill with size. With size, Sean. He is a dynamic talent. Dynamic. He's never going to catch 120 passes or get 180 targets or anything like that. He's never going to. Did Tyreek Hill ever have those kinds of numbers? Like 180 targets and stuff? No. He is a game breaker that you have to have in this league. When you looked across the playoffs, Sean, who was the best player on the field in the NFC Championship game? Who was the most dynamic player on the field in the NFC?
Other than the trenches?
Sure.
Other than the trenches? Yeah, and just Saquon Barkley.
I'm saying in when the Lions played the Niners in the NFC Championship.
Oh, Jameson Williams.
There's no debate.
None.
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. He was never going to be the odd man out. You think you just let talent like that just walk away?
No. It's really odd. I can't imagine a scenario like this where people have unrealistic expectations about a rookie. That's really strange. We don't see that very often. Unfortunately, you guys, and this, Neal, this ties to Terrion Arnold. Whether people want to admit it or not, I remember, I kept receipts. People were calling Darius Slay a bust his rookie year. That was real. That happened, okay? And so you get this with Terrion Arnold. You got that with Jameson Williams. And this offense, hey, guys, to all the Tesla love out there, he is not going to put up monster numbers this year. I guarantee it. He's not going to put up monster numbers. There are too many different weapons to go around. There are not enough balls to go around. So with that being said, Neal, I just want him to be a threat for the team, okay? And that's what Jameson Williams was early on. And now we've watched a progression. And I'm telling you, you spoke straight from the gospel. It's all about the guaranteed money. Don't ask me. Don't ask Neal. Ask players. Ask the guys. The guys talk about it. They don't talk about grandiose contracts. You know what they talk about? They talk about guaranteed money. That's real. That is what they're looking at, what the guaranteed money is. So, yes, in that regard, I'm totally up for it.
Woodward Sports chat thread, DNC ENT. Right now, JMO's extension will make him the 20th highest paid wide receiver in the league with Chris Godwin and Tay Adams, and it doesn't even start this year. See, DNC ENT gets it. For those massive overpay, let's crash out over a contract extension. No, this is Vikings fans in here. Dakota Neal, I think it's a bit crazy to compare Jefferson to Williams in any way. Is it? Is it? We get him for half the price. Half the price. Steve, but what about Jay Jettis cool gritty, Neal? Yeah, Steve, and you never see it in a big game. Never. Why? Because he doesn't do anything in big games. He's got a resume of this now.
Neal, I want to get to the contract part of it because that is your bag, as you say. And look, after the Zadarius Smith news on Friday, like, this was why people were crashing out, is because they were looking at, okay, like, J-Mo is the quote-unquote odd man out. And so if you're Brad Holmes, if you're passing up with $48 million in cap space, you're passing up on re-signing Zadarius Smith for what I thought was a very affordable tag, especially for $48 million in free cap space, you better be signing all of your damn players. And so this is exactly what you want to see from Brad Holmes, because we all knew the Hutch thing was happening. But this right now, you know, I mean, look, fans were ready to put Brad Holmes on the hot seat for not re-signing Zadarius Smith. Like, that was real conversations in the heavyweight chats on Friday. Like, people were really crashing out about it. It's stupid.
That's absolutely stupid.
It's stupid, but that is the type of move you need to see for Brad Holmes. Is like, okay, if you're not going to re-sign that veteran at affordable price, then you are keeping every damn good core young player that you got. That means JMO, that means Laporta, that means Branch, that means everybody, the house.
And that's
you know
why
what?
the talk of the window is so brain dead. When I hear people talking about the window, look at the core of this team, and he's locking the guys up. Like,
And
don't
he
talk.
drafts
I don't
well.
want to hear about the window anymore. Stop it. The window is wide open and will continue to be because of some of those names that you just mentioned in the core of this team.
And he drafts well. I mean, look at his draft record. It's impressive. He usually gets 2 to 3 starters a draft. I know probably not.
Well, and
this
they
year.
can't anymore because there's no more room to get 2 to 3 starters on this roster.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my other favorite thing that they do with the Brett. Well, what starters did he get? There's none left to get. And here's where it all boils down to, Sean. And Chris, that's an elite segue by you. You should give this business a go. You might have a shot, kid.
Thank you.
Okay. Dave Burkett, about an hour ago on Twitter, covers the Lions for the Free Press. With Jamison Williams' extension done, the Lions have committed $788 million to sign 8 cornerstone players over the last 16 months. Jamison Williams, Jared Goff, Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kirby Joseph, Aleem McNeil, Taylor Decker, and David Montgomery, with more on the way. And, Sean, I'll say this. To piggyback on your point, Chris, I think he's going to sign them all. I think he's going to sign them all. These are your free agent moves, everybody. And guess what? And I haven't been able to get past this for the last 2 years. Sean, don't do that. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
right,
Sean, I haven't been able to get past this. He only signs his own guys.
weird
No
how that
shit.
works out.
Look at the guys they're signing right now.
Wow, what a problem. Oh, no. Do we really have to sign Jamison Williams? Whatever will we do? And Neal, you know one of my favorite bits. There's nothing I like better. Honestly, if I had to pick a top favorite, it's people losing their mind after the first round of the draft, okay? And you know, in my
a great
sarcastic,
bit.
smug way, I go, I'm not sure if you guys know this. Did you know there's a day 2 in the NFL draft? No, honestly, there's a day 2 in the NFL draft.
Surely that's it.
Whoa. But wait, there's more. It's like the Ginsu knife commercial. If you act now, there's a day 3 of the NFL draft. And did you know there's an NFL trade deadline where, let's just say there's a Zadarius Smith type player sitting out there waiting to be moved. So I don't think Brad Holmes is done. Now, do I expect him to make that big, bold move? Well, there's no reason to, because that hasn't been part of his vernacular so far, okay? But can he add a Zadarius Smith type by the time the trade deadline comes around? Absolutely. Or maybe the answer comes within. We'll find that out as we go along. But, boy, if you want to argue against his track record right now, good luck with that.
No,
Good
that's
luck
great.
with
That's
that,
crazy
man.
talk. DNC, it's also stupid to have 2.5 defensive ends. Sean, we haven't had a chance to talk about this because you're on in the mornings from 8 to 10. I'm on middays from 11 to 1. I think that people, and you mark me on this, I'm the game flow contract guy. How the game's flowing within the game, how the financials set up. You're more of the X's and O's variety than I am. As I sat and thought about it, like this whole 2.5 defensive end thing, do people understand there are scenarios within this defense where Derek Barnes is the edge?
100%.
And there are quite a few of those scenarios that are out there. I can't get past that. Do people think like there's literally 2.5 defensive ends on this team and that's it? You understand, people, right, that you build your roster according to game plan, philosophy, what you look to do situationally, defensively. And, like, look, am I telling you that Derek Barnes is a stand-up edge like, Lawrence Taylor getting to the quarterback back in the day? I am not. But it works. You know how I know it works? Check the record. Check the record, Sean. And I didn't mean for this because I want to get into the Packers stuff and I want to poke fun at the Packers and things like that. I do. But apparently we need to do a reality check around here before we get ready to rock for this.
I think in the Sam role that he excels. There's no doubt about that, and there's a reason for that. let me say this. I can't blame anybody, okay, for saying, well, Marcus Davenport can't stay healthy. How could I sit back today and say, no, guys, don't worry, Marcus Davenport is going to stay healthy? But you know what I like? I like that he's pissed off about it. I do. I like that a lot. I like that he's saying, I hear what people say. That's a beautiful thing to me.
Yeah, it's also like, Neal, like my response to that would be, how could you say that when you saw the Lions defense die last year? There is no such thing anymore as too much pieces. Every position is not enough. We don't have enough defensive linemen. We don't have enough secondary. Like, we just saw that. So the reason we were crashing out so hard is because we saw at the end of the year, ironically, Zadarius Smith was the last guy standing on this damn team, at least on the defensive side of the ball. So I think I was always pushing against it because you're right. Do the Lions have what they need to get by on paper? Absolutely. But when you look at it, it's not just Davenport. It's the fact that last year everybody has PTSD from the fact that this team just flat out died. Like, it was a catastrophic statistical anomaly of what happened to them in terms of injuries last season. And so I'm coming into this, like every single person on this 53-man roster better be ready to go. And Brad Holmes believes that right now. There's some players that I believe in more than what is in-house at the back end of the roster. And that's just me. But I just can't see that. And not to mention that Super Bowls are won with pass rushing. They are. Look at the history. You're a history guy, Neal. They are
Period,
one.
end of story.
Patrick Mahomes is on his way, ascending to that GOAT conversation. What did the 2 Super Bowls he lost? He faced over 50% pressure. Like, that is the key to beating not just a good quarterback, a great quarterback, a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes stinks in the Super Bowl.
The Philadelphia Eagles reminded us all.
We've seen it twice.
Last February. They really did. And you know what? This is where I call out our fan base, okay, based on what you just said. Nobody wanted to hear it last December, but I can tell you this much. We were talking about it on Big D Energy. You aren't winning the Super Bowl with that much attrition. You aren't. And nobody wanted to hear it in December. Was it enough to beat Coochie Coochie Coo and clinch the division? Absolutely. But I got it documented, and I got a lot of shit from a lot of people in the chat when I said that. Neal, we said on the show, somebody asked, can this team still win the Super Bowl? And I was like, no. When you have that much attrition, when you lose that many guys, it is inconceivable to think when you're going with 3s and 4s that you can go win a Super Bowl. I'm with you. My brain does not allow a scenario where you have that kind of injuries happen again next year, this year, as it were. My brain can't go there. That was an anomaly. It was historic. It really was. And based on that, that's why I feel so damn good about this team heading into this season opener.
Woodward Sports chat thread. And look, we gotta get to a break. And Chris, we'll lock and load with the Sun Cruisers read for the break. But before we do, and I shouldn't do this. I should do this when we come back because I know where this will lead. John E. in the chat. Lions need a big win to erase the Commanders game from the fans' memory books. The Lions don't need it. They've already moved on. Professional athletes, dude, what happened last year is far away from their memory banks, man. That's not the way they operate. We need them, as you said, we need them to get a big win to erase that game from our memory banks. No doubt. They do not. They're fine.
You know what it comes back? It comes back on game day against that team. I think we saw that against Dallas last year. Mm-hmm. You know what were they thinking about the Dan Skipper game all last year? Absolutely not. Until game day against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think you're going to find that same routine play itself against Washington. I honestly, we can revisit that when we make the trip to Washington. How's that?
I just checked the clock, Neal. It is 6 hours before week 1 kicks off for the Lions, and we are already facing a must-win game.
100%. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. All right, let's talk about Sun Cruisers for a minute. Proud sponsor of our Woodward Sports pregame show. It's real iced tea. It's real vodka. The iced tea lemonade split is an absolute hitter. Sean Baligan, it's his favorite. He's giving you the number one with it right now. As a matter of fact, Sun Cruisers is a proud partner of the Detroit Lions as well. And guys, I'm not playing with you. Sean Baligan's he loves them. Look at Sean, Chris. Look at Sean right now. Look at that, number one. Absolutely, because it is number one. Guys, I'm telling you, I don't play around with this stuff. These things are my favorite drink in the drinking game right now. Not quite to bourbon's level, but it's my favorite non-bourbon drink out there. Real iced tea, real vodka, proud partners of the Detroit Lions. Sun Cruiser.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Back at it, everybody. The Lions pregame show. Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligan, Ryan Glinsky in the house. We have Chris Platt. He's the man, everybody. Kool-Aid's kicking it in the studio as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Tons of viewers, as there always is. Darren McCarty in the chat. Make sure you all tune into the watch party from Second Best Downtown. If you want to hang out and watch the game with a four-time Stanley Cup champion, go to Second Best Downtown.
Kind of a good day. Let me just say this. I mean, not only do you get to hang with Darren, but Neal, those smoked wings are unbelievable.
Hey, guys, and look, if you're just tuning in to the Lions pregame show here, which, there are some new viewers and stuff like that, when we talk about Sun Cruisers and wings, we're not dicking you around. Bottom line. The wings at Second Best are elite. But no, big shout out to everybody involved. And as we said, of course, Sun Cruiser, Mad Packs, Ben Johnson, Second Best Downtown, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. I'm a big Irish whiskey guy on a Sunday also. Only in the mornings, though.
Dude, anytime you can throw rye in there for me, I'm a happy guy. So you give me a good rye. But I tell you what, these Sun Cruisers, they get the job done, fellas. Neal, I'm going to reiterate what you just said. I'm not going to bullshit you. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't talk it up. It is quality. Give it a shot.
All right, let's talk about it. Lions Packers, the game itself. Get your thoughts in there. And
I do have it. By the
you
way.
do? Okay. This tells you if you want to know the class of people you're dealing with the Green Bay Packers organization, their fans at all. We have people all over the country that watch Woodward Sports, that watch the Lions pregame show, Sean's morning show, my midday show.
The
heavyweights, all of it. We have people everywhere. Breaking news from the airport, and I forget which airport it was. But Corey Berry sent me this tweet. Neal, I was at TSA pre-check at BWI, and they just turned away a guy in front of me because he should have been in the regular line. Of course he was wearing a Packers shirt. These are the type of people that you see around America in Packers gear. Packers fans are the kind of people that would try to go through the TSA line when they don't have TSA pre-check because they're just like that, Sean. These are the class of people we're dealing with today.
Yeah, and you know what? Treat them accordingly. Go into their house, and this has become, I mean, let's make no mistake about it, whether you guys like to hear it or not is inconsequential. It's become Ford Field North, and take it over. That's the way it goes. I know there'll be a bunch of Lion fans up there. Look, Neal, I'm a firm believer that they are the biggest threat in this division. And I know Viking fans can cry and wail, as they're apt to do. I think the Packers are the biggest threat in the division. Show them who the Warden still is. We run this yard, and show it in their own backyard, man. That's what's going to happen today.
Burn in the super chat. I want to see the Lions have the Packers look like they want to walk off the field and surrender when the fourth quarter starts. We win by making them give up. And make no mistake, that's kind of the way this team is operated. But Sean, as you look at it, speaking of operationally, I guess you could say, how do you see this one shaking out? What's the matchups? It's just, and it's tough to say. Like, look, I'm a guy that'll sit here and be honest with you. I don't know what the difference in coordinators will look like. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. I don't know what the little different wrinkles are. It will not be robotically the same. It will not look the exact same way.
No.
I'm not going out on a limb on this, right?
I just know this. I'm a student of history, okay? And I know this. I know that the Philadelphia Eagles, remember a year ago, literally a year ago today, the Eagles were done. Nick Sirianni was going to lose his job. He brought in another new coordinator.
They had a coup the year before, essentially, the Eagles did. Like, in-house.
Brand new coordinator. And tell me if this sounds familiar. One of the best centers on the planet was gone, okay? Surely there was no way that the Eagles were going to be back. And we know how that worked out. Neal, I mean, if you want to get into it right now, this matchup, the thing that I'm looking most forward to is Gary, Wooden, Wyatt, and Parsons against the interior of our line. Period. End of story. That is the story today. Graham Glasgow and a rookie. And I'm going to say it again. You guys, maybe I'm not the guy to look at. If you want somebody to hold you and tell you, everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be okay, I'm not. Rookies terrify me. And that doesn't mean that I don't believe in Tate Ratledge. I do. I absolutely believe in Tate Ratledge. This is the next level of football. Period. End of story. And rookies are going to do rookie things. And the Green Bay Packers are going to try to get after it big time. I mean, and it's going to be, again, Gary, Wooden, Wyatt, and Parsons. Because you know Micah Parsons is going to be in there. Drop that. He's going to take his epidural shot. Maybe after the game he'll give birth. I don't know what the situation is.
He'll take some Midol and he'll be out there.
Yeah, he's going to be out there. And if I were the Green Bay Packers, I would attack the interior of that line at will, because I don't care what anybody says. This goes back to what we talked about last segment. The Philadelphia Eagles reminded everybody last year that it's the point of attack that is all about the National Football League. Can you win that battle in the trenches? I love the Lions' chances and their front seven against the Green Bay Packers. What we don't know this. We can get all big, bad, and bravado and stick our chest out. I don't know how this line is going to come together. What I do know from history is it's going to take some time to find some cohesion. It's going to take some time to get that rookie tag off you. When you're 4, 5, 6, 7 games into the year, do you really call a rookie anymore? I mean, honestly, now
no, that's college shit.
Yeah, now he's been in the trenches. Now he knows what it's like, et cetera, et cetera. So to me, Neal, that is what this game's about. We know everything else about the Detroit Lions. We really do, right? We don't know about the offensive line. And if I'm the Green Bay Packers, that's what I'm looking to exploit in every way, shape, and form.
No, I 100% in lockstep with you on that. In the Woodward Sports chat, Owen in the chat, why do I feel like this is setting up to be like the Cowboys-Lions game last year? Media hyping the ish out of the opponent, then we walk in your trap and take over your trap. Hey, the bars. Tommy K. Speaking of bars, F the cheesehead. So, hey, never forget. Like, that's what it all bounces back to. FTP. Today is FTP.
No, today's FTP. It's funny, I say this all the time. It depends what generation you are. Guys, Neal, you and I, our generation, we hate the Bears. I hate the fucking Bears. I can't.
Oh, God.
I'm going to hate watch them something fierce tomorrow night. I'm telling you, like, no exaggeration there. But for the younger generation, yeah, it's been the Packers who have tortured the Lions, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's the team growing up where you have Packer fans in my middle school, in my high school that are like, our team's so good. We have Aaron Rodgers. We're going to NFC. My favorite game, I think, like to this day, is the Bucs beating the Packers in the NFC Championship
I loved
game.
it too.
That game is like my favorite game because I'm sitting there and your precious Aaron Rodgers couldn't get it done in the red zone. He doesn't run the football into the end zone like he did, and they lose. I'm also really hoping that a Lions fan gets a cheese grater into the stands once again. I'm really hoping that, but for me, I hate the Packers. I hate them.
Well, there's no way that Tampa's going to go into Lambeau weather and win that game, right?
No.
I mean, just
a 40-year-old Tom Brady.
Jared Goff can't go win those games outdoors.
No.
Right? So.
And, hey, they lost last year, those Packers did, at home in the playoffs. Surely it won't happen again with Aaron Rodgers. Surely.
Never.
Woodward Sports chat poll. They put it up for a question. They said 200 likes. Will Sean chug a Sun Cruiser? 90% of the people said yes. We are 4 likes away.
All right. Well, I was ready.
Now we're 3 likes away.
All right. I was getting ready. I already chugged one.
Now we're 2 likes away.
What's the second one, for goodness sake, right? I just opened this peach. This is
now we're
good.
1 like away.
They're easy to chug, man. They're easy.
Do you want me to just take care of it?
There it is, Sean. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, 200 likes. It's Sun Cruiser time, everybody. Shout out Sun Cruisers. That's
company, man.
Yeah.
All right. 200 more. 200 more. 200 more. I'll do it again. 200 more though.
Sure. It's game day, bitch.
All right. I'll put the poll.
There it is.
100 likes.
Sean, wait. I mean, what's your vibes though? Like, what do you?
This is going to be closer than any of us want to admit.
This league.
You want the truth? I think this is going to be closer than any one of us. When you look back to last year, when you look at those 2 games last year, Neal, I still laugh at the game at Ford Field. Okay, I'm not being funny, and I confess this to you on Big D Energy when you and I were doing the show. At the start of that game, they were throwing names out there, and I was watching with a group of my buddies, and I was like, who? Who's that guy? Who? What name did they just say? Right? Galinsky? Who?
That guy sucks.
Who? Right?
You don't remember him in college? Out of Slippery Rock?
I think he was at Long Island, right? I think he was at Long Island.
Hey, nice effort, Eastern Michigan. They lost to Long Island in football yesterday.
Come on.
Give me the wrench, man. Give me the
Come on.
wrench.
Like,
The factory.
Go to the factory. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to hijack it.
But I think it's going to be closer than any of us think. I love you guys. I'm serious. I hope you're right. I will do the pants off dance all afternoon if we jump out 21-0 and go cruising and everything. I think this team, the one thing that we have to accept right now, okay, all of us, is we are the hunted, especially in this division. Do you guys understand how many of these people, we are so in the head of so many different fan bases. And if you don't believe me, ask Neal. In the chat right now, I guarantee you, beyond a shadow of a doubt,
I've read their chats already.
there are delusional Bear fans who, they are the most delusional fan base in the history of mankind, okay? By the way, fuck the Bears. I just want to get that out of the way.
That's personal
right now.
with you.
Yeah,
Full disclosure, that's a personal thing with you.
I fucking hate the Bears, okay?
I feel that way about the Vikings.
Then there are the Vikings. Pinch those little cheeks. And you got the Packer fans. And I think on game day, at least some of the Packer fans I know, you get hyped, you stick the chest out, but now you're at the point going, oh, the Lions are coming into town. The Lions are coming into town, so it's a different scenario. We are so in the head of those. What are you doing? It is game day. It is week 1.
It's game day.
And here you are in a Detroit Lion chat. If that doesn't scream ownership, I don't know what does. We own you right now, okay? Until further notice, until you knock us off, you are owned by us right now. And that, Neal, this is where I go back to the hunter v. the hunted thing. We're the hunted right now. And I think our chat suggests that.
No doubt. Woodward Sports chat poll, 400 likes, and Sean will chug another Sun Cruiser.
Well,
we are at 260.
We may have to restock up these. Someone tell Bomber that we need some more Sun Cruisers.
Okay, let's do this. Let's take the break. I have an angle that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about with the Lions, which is going to sound crazy. And Chris Platty will tell you about Mad Packs, and we'll have it when we get back.
Yeah, let me tell you about Mad Packs, because you know what goes good with the Sun Cruiser on game day? Some Mad Packs. Mad Packs is getting you high for the low, now available at any retailer near you. Mad Packs, getting high for the low, guys. It's great stuff. You see it all the time here at Woodward Sports. We talk about it all the time, even when we're not doing an ad read, because that's how damn good it is. Mad High, Mad Packs.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won.
David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Video.
Yes, sir.
I mean, is Brad Holmes like Santa Claus, or is Brad Holmes like Santa Claus? You go to bed not knowing what to expect the next morning. You wake up, you have J-Mo for 3 more years under your tree. Brad Holmes, Black Santa in the building. And of course, it's Christmas Day because it's week 1 against the Packers, who their whole damn team is injured. Starting wide receivers injured, guard injured, cornerback injured, Jordan Love injured. They do have Josh Jacobs. Nice piece in Josh Jacobs. We do like Josh Jacobs. But outside of that, man, Holly Campbell tweeting out that Dan Campbell wants retribution. This is a reckoning this year. Just like Wyatt Earp and Tombstone got me fired up today. Packers fans, we're back. I'm going to be more polite this season because, I feel like I didn't want to have to be the one to tell you last year that your team is no longer any good. But I feel like because I'm the only one that'll be honest with you, that's why you hate me. And it's okay that you hate me. But, once again, it's foot to ass today. The Packers don't stand a chance. 425's coming. The clock doesn't stop, and neither do the Detroit Lions. You are just the first obstacle standing in the way. Jordan Love not going to be able to get it done. J-Mo, going to show you why we paid him all that money. All right? J-Mo time, baby. And Jared Goff. Let's go, Lions. Green Bay Packers. It begins, and like I said, don't hate me because I was the only one to be honest with you. Like, it's like an intervention. Just look at me. Look at me. I'm sorry. Your team sucks now.
And there's Stick's thoughts. He had the Sun Cruisers hat on. Shout out to that. We're back at the Lions pregame show. Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligan, Ryan Glinsky here in the building. Chris Platty here. My guy Kool-Aid's hanging out also. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. 400 likes, and Sean said he'll do another Sun Cruiser because he's built like that, everybody. But we are talking Lions, Packers. Here's an angle I don't think a lot of people are talking about. And you're going to say I'm crazy when I say it. But the bottom line is, you look at what the Packers gave up in the Micah Parsons trade. Everybody focused on the 2 first-round picks.
Right.
You know who else was in that deal?
Mm-hmm.
Dan Campbell led his press conference by saying, I'm glad that dude's gone.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys this today because the Lions, like, look, the Micah Parsons thing, and I had a lot of fun with it, with the people, to the point of 2.5 million views on social media. But the moral of the story is this. What have the Lions shown when they play against Micah Parsons? What are they willing to do? What do they want to do? Run right at him.
Yep.
Run through his face, as
Yep.
Marshawn Lynch would say. The Packers' good run stopper that gave the Lions problems is no longer there anymore. Not enough people are talking about Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery today.
I agree.
And I don't know why.
So what's interesting, Neal, I'm a firm believer. Okay, both things can be true. Micah Parsons made the Green Bay Packers a better team. Okay? And I'm man enough to admit that, okay? And I'm also man enough to tell you with incredible certainty that the Detroit Lions are still a better team because of what you just said, okay? Look, the National Football League is really simple. I don't care what anybody says. What can you do to the quarterback, and what can your quarterback do to the opposition? Do you know what our quarterback can do? Our quarterback can hand the ball off to Jahmyr Gibbs and angry David Montgomery. And I love angry David Montgomery. I love that David Montgomery sitting back saying, hey, man, not enough people are talking about me. And so I want to add to that. I want boo, David Montgomery, you're done. You shouldn't get any carries. Boo, boo, boo. I want him as pissed off. I want him to be a man on a mission and run the ball straight at Micah Parsons, okay? And that's how you deal with something like that. Again, Neal, I'm not going to dismiss Micah Parsons. I had a guy, it was funny, a Packer fan, sent me a funny meme where he said at 4:57 that afternoon, Lion fans were going, come on, Brad, let's cook. Go get Micah Parsons. Go get Micah Parsons. And then at 5 o'clock when he signs with the Packers, hey, he's not that good. We didn't want him anyway, okay? I'm not one of those guys. Micah Parsons is an impact player. However, to your point, he's got his limitations. And one of the things that the Lions have had success at is exactly what you just suggested. I'm running at you. I'm coming straight at you, big boy. Get ready for it. And I'm running angry at you. So, yeah, I think that's one of those stories within the stories heading into this afternoon.
So, Woodward Sports chat thread, I'm salty. Neal had a lot of fun with dumb clickbait takes. But then under that, it says... every good team, watch the film, every good team runs right at him. Also in the chat as well, Carter, he was so bad last year. Please stop talking about Kenny Clark. Was he bad against the Lions?
No.
Sean?
Yes. Yes. What do you want me to say? Yes.
You know, like Dan Campbell mentioned him by name and said he's glad he's out of the division.
Yes.
So there's that.
Yes.
But here's the thing with it. Dakota Neal, by the way, run at him on film. Every smart team does it. So, like, I would ask you this, I'm salty. Then I would say this. If the game plan is to run right at him And my good friend Sean Baligan, who knows ball, says he has his limitations. You see where I'm going with this?
Does.
If he didn't have the star and he didn't come from the Cowboys, would people be talking about him like this? If he were Trey Hendrickson, but Micah Parsons of the Bengals and he got traded, it would have just been a mere footnote in the league and say, well, that's the Bengals being the Bengals. They didn't pay him, and we would all move on. Who, by the way, has more sacks over the last couple seasons than Micah Parsons. I'm just giving you that for context, everybody. What, Sean? Why do you do that?
No, because you know what? I just saw a stat. You know how we have the camera, the dumb pregame show on up there? And there was a stat. The Indianapolis Colts have lost 11 straight season openers. My favorite game, and I give you full credit, my favorite game in a long, long time in this business is, what is it? And
or. And we don't get to play it till like week 14.
Fuck that. Let's play it today. Don't you have something cooked up for that today?
No. I said that was. I meant to be funny. They had the whole playoff picture going into week 1, and it had in contention every team's logo, and it had in contention every team's logo, and then at the bottom, eliminated from playoffs, it had the Browns logo. So
why don't you just put that fucking horseshoe up there? That is like literally that is the symbol of with and or. So I apologize. I derailed this because I saw that stat come up. They've lost 11 straight games. But Neal, to your point,
was it 11 straight? Because Sean, I swear it could have been. They are 0-11 in their last 11 Week 1 openers.
Yes.
In their last 11 Week 1 openers, they are 0-10-1, which would be even more Indianapolis Colts. If they had a prop, if Caesar Sportsbook, the good people at Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports, had a prop, which team will have a tie in Week 1? Every team will be like plus 8,000, and the Colts will be minus 110. Why is it always the Colts that tie?
You got Danny Dimes and Richardson there. Like it's such a wonderful franchise. I just looked it up. I had to fact check that.
Was it 0-11?
21-17 over Oakland in 2013. Gosh, that's so Colts. That's my favorite game. It really is, honestly, and that's saying a lot because there are so many different games. But
all right, James brings up a good point. Leave Colts fans alone. That's low-hanging fruit. That's my bad. I have to be better, James. James is right, Sean. If we're introspective, he's right.
Okay, James, you're right, and I apologize, but this is the new NFL, okay? They want to sell hope. They want to sell hope. And the Detroit Lions were one of those teams that were selling hope. How many times did you have a scenario where the Lions were 5-8, where you were like, yeah, but mathematically we're still alive? That's it. You add that 17th game, and all of a sudden you're 13, 14 games into the season. Well, if we beat the Bears and then we beat them and we gain a game on them, that's the National Football League today. We are going to sell hope to the fraudulent franchises out there. So that's what makes that game so magical, Neal. That's one of your greatest bits. I say that
Thank
with
you.
Total respect.
Thank you.
That's a great
I had a
bit.
good teacher. I'm salty. I'm not getting in the habit of talking ish about a generational pass rusher when we have 2 rookies in Glasgow at our center. Okay, I'm salty. Generational. Again, I gave you the numbers. So Trey Hendrickson is generational then?
Yep.
Well, you throw around generational a lot.
I hate that. Dude, my biggest great.
The
word great.
If that's what you say.
Generational, fuck off.
If you say Micah Parsons is a generational pass rusher, then so is Trey Hendrickson because he's done it better over the last couple of years. Fair? Am I crazy? Sean, am I crazy? Or is that in the ballpark?
Neal, again, both things can be true. Micah Parsons is a guy that you have to account for. I mean,
sure.
Everybody knows he can get after the quarterback. But at the same time, everybody knows that if you run at him, he struggles with it, especially with a guy like David Montgomery. I love the fact that David Montgomery has his shoulder pads out to here right now because he's pissed off and he feels like he's kind of the forgotten man. And that's why every day, boo, David Montgomery, you're the worst. Boo, you shouldn't even be on this roster. I want that man pissed. I want him to run with anger right at Micah Parsons. And I will take my chances in a David Montgomery v. Micah Parsons scenario.
That's what this guy's okay. You know what? Here's what it is, guys.
You got Neal
the
going.
National Football League, much like any other professional sport, is a game of matchups.
Yep.
What do you do well?
Yep.
What do I do well? If what you don't do well is in direct opposite of what I do well, you're in trouble. The Lions will run at him today. They will run at him on more than one occasion. I have Micah Parsons fatigue. I do. Because when you boil it all down, the Detroit Lions have ownership of Lambeau Field. They painted the walls blue and silver in there. They moved their furniture in. They brought in their Xbox and their PlayStation and hooked it up with a USB cord to the televisions in the suites there. They own that place. And until that changes, until further notice, I will just expect them to go there and win, Sean.
Yeah.
I will. I'm sorry. I go off data. They own that place.
I always, and you know, we have slapdicks in our fan base. They have slapdicks in their fan base. I say this again. I know some dudes up in Green Bay that know they are a good team, but they are not Detroit Lion good. And I think the Detroit Lions have to remind everybody of that today and go take care of business in their second home.
So
it's that simple.
I've been saying since the moment this trade went down with Micah, more pressure is on Jordan Love because the defense is good. It's better than what it was. But I also think, this is the question that I have for you guys. Do you think that the Packers fell for the sex appeal, the pizzazz, rather than in the trenches? Because Sean's mentioned the trenches, and football in general, trenches wins you football games. Whether it's in college or the NFL. Kenny Clark was good against the Lions, stopping the run. And now
he sucked last year. Not when I saw him play against the Lions, he didn't.
Stopping the run, you get your D tackle out of there. And now you allow the holes for the Lions to expose that. Do you think the Packers fell for the sex appeal and the pizzazz rather than asserting your dominance in the trenches?
Ryan, I would stop one exit short of that. Like Micah Parsons, see, lost in all this, I literally said in the clip that got millions of views, I literally said Micah Parsons is a good player. You're crazy to think he's not a good player. Absolutely, he's a good player. He's very, very good. However, Sean, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery have been undersold here today. They've been undersold in the we got the four-letter network on in here right now. And yes, we're seeing the glazing of the Green Bay Packers. And people are like, well, you know, you got fatigue. We all got fatigue. But here you are talking about it. It's the talk of the league.
You got it.
It's the talk of the league.
You got it.
When I was on the way into the studio today, I have satellite radio. I flipped around all Fox, NBC, NFL Network, the fantasy show, all of it. They're on the fantasy show, Sean. They were talking about the Packers' viability as a team defense for your fantasy league. Sean, that's how I knew. And guys, look, I apologize for bringing it up again, but that's how I knew. That was a topic of discussion on a fantasy show. That tells you all you need to know.
You know what? Two things. Number one, the Lions are 10-2 against this division the last 2 years. They're 3-1 against the Green Bay Packers. And the exception to the rule is what Jordan Love did to the Lions on Thanksgiving Day. It is. That's the exception to the rule. Neal, I'll go back to something you said about 10 minutes ago. The NFL is a game of matchups. And a lot of times it starts in the trenches. And if I'm Green Bay right now, do you know what their move is? Their move is we are going to try to exploit Graham Glasgow and a rookie in Tate Ratledge. We don't care about what he's eventually going to be. We know what he is right now.
What's the matchup today?
And so with that being said, you know what the Lions do? This is like the next move in a chess game. Okay, well, we also know what Micah Parsons is. And it's not exactly a secret that he isn't real good at the run. So you know what we're going to do? We're looking you right in the eye right now. And here's David Montgomery. An angry David Montgomery. And that's the beautiful thing about this.
And not to mention, too, the Packers have a guard that moved to center.
No one's brought that up.
They have questions in their offensive line, too. And so, Neal, going back to your point about matchups, that's why I know you guys were calling a closer game. I feel like I'm not calling it this isn't Miami Dolphins putting up 70 points on you, but I think this is going to be a 10 or more point victory for the Lions because of the fact of when you talk about matchups, running well at Micah Parsons works well. And you know what? And you know what the Packers do most right now is zone defense, and that's going to change over the course of the season because now you got Micah, so you can get more pressure on the quarterback. They could do more man stuff. But for now, especially week 1, it's a short turnaround. He's not healthy, nor is he fully in scheme yet. So they're gonna rely on their zone. And you know what Goff did against the zone last time he played the Packers? 14-17. Like, very, very efficient, diced it up. So I think that matchup-wise, this Lions team just plays very well against the Packers. I don't see really what the Packers can do to make this a close game other than Jordan Love having a great game.
And Neal,
that has to be seen.
I think what Chris is saying is exactly what I've been saying about the coordinator debate all offseason. Players make plays. I will say that until my dying breath, and I've seen both sides of it. I mean, when Lombardi came in here, I'm going to try to make Matthew Stafford Drew Brees. Why? He's Matthew Stafford. What works for Drew Brees doesn't work for Matthew Stafford. So what you do is you use the talent at your disposal and you play to their strengths. And I like the Lions' strengths against this Green Bay Packer defense. I really do. I like the Lions' strengths. And I like the fact that there are multiple weapons that we can go at. And if you want to disrespect that rookie, maybe, just maybe, in the red zone, Isaac Tesla catches a touchdown today. And maybe it's his only reception because you're so uber focused on Montgomery and Gibbs and J-Mo and Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta. Okay, great. Maybe that's his only catch, but it's a dagger of a catch, and that's what the National Football League is, man.
No doubt. Tabitha in the chat, 425 can't get here fast enough. Shout out Tabitha for checking in.
Tabitha, you are so right. We're at that point right now where like we're 5 hours away, and as Tom Petty said, the waiting is the hardest part. This is the worst time. It's like, fuck, get here already.
Well, and this is the other side of it, right? Like, we've talked about the Lions being a good team now and how we love it. And it is a lot of fun. And you get big-time sponsors and thousands of people watching, and people want to see Sean chug another Sun Cruiser, and we're only 45 likes away.
Am I really there again?
You're not there yet.
Come on, you guys are better than that. Get those 45 in, and I'll take care of this raspberry one.
There's 1,000 people in here. Yeah. Let's do the math. There's 1,000 people in here, 355 likes. Come on, what are we doing?
Bad ratio.
Bad ratio.
Somebody was saying, you should do it for Super Chat. We're not circus clowns. Yeah. All right? We're not.
The heavyweights.
The heavyweights are circus clowns. We're not. Okay? We'll do it. We'll do it
track record. There's a track record of the heavyweights being circus
We'll do it
clowns.
Tastefully, respectfully.
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh, just like that. Nine more like. All right, 365. Okay, let's do this.
Come on, you guys are better than that. 35.
Let's take a break. I do want to go around the NFC North. I do, because I think it's a relevant discussion. I do want to touch on the NFL as a whole. If you missed the Jameson Williams stuff, because I know a lot of you jumped in here at the top of the hour, we did address it heavy in hour number 1. And don't forget, Woodward Sports is your home for Lions coverage. Woodward and Maine, they pop in here. They're on 8 to 9. Of course, myself and Sean Baligan will be with you all season long. We'll be down at Second Best during the home games. And don't forget, the watch party is at Second Best downtown today. What?
You know what was elite last year when we were in here on Thanksgiving? That was such a fun day. It really was. That was a great day.
And I'll be in town this year for Thanksgiving, so that'll be fun. We'll be back at it, and I can't wait, man. We are locked and loaded. And guys, I'll tell you this: don't forget to Mondays, Sean Baligan in the morning, 8 a.m. Boom, we rock. Nobody in Detroit sports media does football the way that Woodward Sports does it. Most of you know, some of you don't because you're just jumping in. I'll put what we do up against what anybody in this town does. And we are your home for it all season long. Let's talk about Ben Johnson Law. Sorry to put you on the spot like that, Chris.
Look at this.
Hey.
Come on, man.
Ben Johnson Law, proud partner of the Lions pregame show, Woodward Sports at large. And the bottom line is this, everybody. Let's get serious for a second. If you have a legal issue going on in your life, you need justice. Whether that's a settlement, whether that's a verdict, however you find justice, Ben Johnson's the fighter that will fight for you. You see him all around town, Ben Johnson Law. You got to get your squad on your side, man, and nobody is a tough, tenacious trial lawyer like Ben Johnson and Ben Johnson Law. Go to venfights.com. Losing is not an option. Like the Lions today against the Packers, losing is not an option. venfights.com.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep.
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
On the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Lamar looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
Where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Back at it here, Lions pregame show. Everybody, Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligan here with you. Ryan Glinsky's on the sound. Chris Platty, the man, is on the ones and twos. Everybody's angry right now. Click the like button. Thousands of you watching as we sit here right now.
I want David Montgomery angry. That's who I want angriest the most. Boo, no. You're bad. Get out of here. Boo.
Sean told everybody for every 200 likes, he will slam a Sun Cruiser. He is a man of his word. There it goes. We'll wait. We won't have to wait long. And the flow is reducing. There it is.
It's easy with Sun Cruisers. It's easy.
Guys, what do you think? I'm complaining?
Look. No, he's not complaining.
Not at all. This is
Lions
great.
pregame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser, Mad Packs, Ben Johnson Law, Second Best Bar, Tullamore Dew, Irish Whiskey. We're not going to chug Tullamore Dew.
I will.
That's aggressive.
All right.
That's aggressive.
I love me some TD.
Yeah, 100%. We all do.
No,
we all do.
You know what? Okay, listen. If we ever have a show here, and may I suggest this, okay? If we ever have a show in my basement, like you guys are all welcome to my basement. You know I love to smoke things and barbecue things. I'll slam Tullamore Dew in my basement. But I'm not driving from Birmingham to Northville. No, not after slamming Tullamore Dew. No, not happening.
Aaron to the stone. Neal, come on. Sean already crushed one in like 7 seconds. He should probably chug two at the same time. He's not a circus clown. He's here. He wants to have fun like everybody else. We're feeling it. 425 is coming up soon. He's a Lions guy. We're all Lions guys. That's why there's 1,000 of you in here watching right now. Click the like button. Sean, I want to protect you, so I'll leave it up there. I'll leave it up to you. If they get it to 600.
You think I'm going to say no? I'm not going to say no.
Tempting Sean with a good time.
Okay.
I'm not going to say no.
That's on you guys. I'm not mentioning it again. I'm not bringing it up.
I may.
No, you're not, Fred.
No, it's your listen, it's your choice.
It's your choice, Play It Chat. All right. We are so simple. We are such simple creatures.
That's why it works, right? Football, food, and some good drinks. And Sun Cruiser certainly checks one of those boxes.
No, absolutely. So, But no, it is. It's a lot of fun.
I'll put myself in the fire. 700, I'll do one.
There you go, Chris
700,
Pladio. All right, dude, you guys. I'm not a circus clown. I have integrity. I'll do the 600 one with Sean. I will.
There's no integrity on game day. There's no pride on game day.
All right, guys. All right, for those of you just joining us here too, we were talking about we do Lions better than anybody. This is essentially a tailgate indoors. That's Sean. If 100%. you and I were not here at Woodward right now, we would be in the parking lot or be at your house or whatever. We would literally be doing the same thing.
Yeah, Neal, I say it all the time. I've been very fortunate. This is one of the most fun shows I've done in the history of my business. It really is. And it starts with my partner. He's one of the best in the business. But you guys being in the chat, I mean, it's so much fun. So we're going to be here all year long. We're going to take you up to February. We're going to be here in February because, as we know, the Lions are going to be in Santa Clara on Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay, guys, since we have you all in here right now, I want to get real about it. We're going to spin around the NFC North and spin around the NFL. I talked about this earlier this week for those of you that are watching that are new to the network. Are we comfortable with the stakes? Are we comfortable with what's at risk? Not today against the Packers. But, it's the first week of the season. I want a moment of vulnerability with us, I guess you could say. Be real with me and I'll be real with you. Are we comfortable with what's at stake here? Because you touched on this and I wanted to circle back to it. We understand that no matter how this goes during the season, there is one acceptable outcome. And make no mistake about this, everybody. There is one outcome. And that is to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Anything short of that is a failure. Mm-hmm. Period, end of story. Just like the Kansas City Chiefs. Just like everybody's hero, Josh Allen. And the two-time league MVP, Lamar Jackson. Both of whom who have never tasted what we're chasing and what they're chasing right now. There is one outcome. Anything short of that is a failure. Make no mistake about it. And guys, I wanted to say it flat out to you like that because I posed the question to you. Are you fully comfortable with this? Now, let me tell you the ground rules. What comes along with that? What comes along with that is if they go 11-6. If they go 11-6. And I would think, Sean, that if you are, now don't lie to me, guys. Don't lie to me. Because if you're fully comfortable with it, and say they lose today. Say they do. In the post-game show live at Second Best, on Sean Baligan mornings, 8 to 10, on Big D Energy from 11 to 1, Braylon Edwards with Shep, 2 to 4, and the heavyweights, 5 to 7, tomorrow on Woodward. If you are fully comfortable with it, and you're being honest with me about it, then there's no jumping off buildings tomorrow.
No.
There's no jumping off buildings, right?
No.
Sean, 11-6, win a division. The last time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, 11-6, won the division by a game, lost to the Raiders a couple of times, for Christ's sake.
Neal, this is personal to me. I can't tell you how many times Broder and Terry Foster and I talked about this. You and I talked about it in Big D Big D Energy. Maybe I should slam another. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you will soon.
I don't give a shit what the final record is. I don't.
I don't care.
Do I want the division? Of course. Do I want the number one seed? Of course, okay? If you went full New York Giants on me, Eli Manning Giants, and you got in the playoffs on the last day of the year, you have to beat the Bears on the last day of the playoffs to get in the playoffs. I don't care as long as you go win the Super Bowl. That's where we're at right now. And anything less than that, Neal, last year I was despondent. I was sad. I was gutted. This year, I'm telling you right now, you brought up Real Talk. I'm going to be pissed if they don't this year. I am. I'm going to be pissed.
This is it.
And that's not to say that the window's closed.
It's not to say Brad Holmes sucks or Jared Goff sucks.
But I'm going to be pissed, and I'm going to allow that to enter the chat, so to speak, okay? Last year was devastation. It was gutted. It was also with a modicum of understanding because of all of the injuries that you are not going to win the Super Bowl as banged up as they were. But with that being said,
didn't make it hurt any less.
Yeah, it didn't hurt any less. This year, it's going to go from I'm hurt, I'm gonna curl up in the fetal position to mother. I am. I'm telling you right now, that's where I'm at. And I hope that every Lion fan out there is the same thing with me. Ultimate success or failure is predicated on what happens in Santa Clara. Are the Lions there? Okay, we'll have a conversation. Are the Lions not there?
Failure.
Then I think 1,000% the answer is as obvious as the nose on your face.
And I think, Sean, to back that up, if you went around that locker room down at Allen Park and privately, microphones off, cameras off, all that stuff. Hey, Jared, if you don't win the Super Bowl, was this a failure? I think if they were being honest with you, I think they would say yes to.
100%.
They would say yes to.
There's no doubt in my mind. And that I want that. I want that. I mean, we should all embrace that. Yes, I want every guy in that locker room to feel that exact same way.
Tabitha in the chat. Stoke not scared. Neal, 1 pride, 1 seed. Kenyatta Stovall in the chat. I'll take just making it to the Super Bowl. Then you're not, Kenyatta, with all due respect, I appreciate you watching.
No.
Then you're not comfortable with the stakes.
I don't want that.
Woodward Sports chat thread, DNC ENT. No, we aren't comfortable because uncomfortableness is the stakes. You think Buffalo and Baltimore are comfortable? Well, DNC ENT, I can't speak to it because I'm not in those markets, but I can't imagine. The telltale for me last year was the Vikings game at Minnesota when they got down 10-0, and people had a meltdown on social media.
Yep.
A meltdown in a game they still won.
True story.
And that's when I said we aren't comfortable with the stakes here. Matthew Kruger, stakes are way too high for the Lions fans. Can't lose in the first run of the playoffs last year, then say Super Bowl or bust. Crazy ass. I want to go to the NFC Championship at best. No, Matthew.
Jeez, what?
Matthew, those are the stakes.
Disagree with you more, bro.
Yeah. Those are the stakes.
Matthew, you know what? In 2022, we finished the season on a heater, and we fell just short, okay? That's when this started.
Yeah.
In 2022, what we're living through right now, started. Not now, not even last year, not 2 years ago. It started in 2022. Golly gee, we came so close, but at least we sent Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay. In 2023, it went next level, okay? When you get to the NFC Championship game, and let's be honest, you let that game go the way that you did, it's over.
It's over.
It's a different level. It's a level that I've been clamoring for. It's a level that I used to scream at people, stop talking about how good the Caldwell era was. It wasn't. In any way, shape, or fucking form. It wasn't. That's not how real franchises live. Real franchises go, I'm so happy to be here, and golly gee, we're going to lose in the first round. Absolutely not. Real franchises want more. It's over. We're at a different level right now. Period, Neal. That's where we're
those
at.
are the stakes. Josh Allen's playing for his life this year.
You got it.
His life. Lamar Jackson's playing for his legacy this year. Those are the stakes for those guys. Those are the stakes for Jared Goff. Those are the stakes for the Lions, too. They're in the exact same boat. I want everybody to understand this. And I'm comfortable going to the Super Bowl.
No!
Guys, this is as real as it gets. They're a good franchise. They have a good GM. They have good talent. They just signed a guy again last night. You heard me earlier when I talked about Dave Burkett's tweet. They spent $750 million on guys that they drafted that everybody's hyped about that they signed. You think the payoff on that is, I'll get to the NFC Championship and see what happens.
We had it's Detroit Tiger bullshit logic. It really is.
Yes.
It is. And I'll go back to this. If I came from the future 5 years ago, and I appeared in September of 2020, and I said, I just want you guys all to know, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are never going to see the Super Bowl. I just came from 2025. You guys would have laughed at me and mocked me and said, what the hell are you talking about, okay? Because they're living in the Patrick Mahomes era. And you know what? My greatest fear is 5 years from now, I come from the future again and go, hey, man, Lions had a bunch of great seasons, but they never got the Super
don't
Bowl.
Say that.
I want nothing to do with that.
Hey.
Zero to do with that.
That's the Bills and Josh Allen,
Yeah.
and that's the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. That's what they are. You can tell me what you think, and I see it in here in the chat. Bills in the Super Bowl this year. Okay, cool story. Doesn't matter.
Quit talking about it and actually do it.
Yeah, I'm not saying like that's like the reality. I'm just scared. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to go 5 years down the line and they don't sniff a Super Bowl. I would love to win the division year in year out. But if we don't win a division one year, but we win a Super Bowl, I'm taking the Super Bowl.
It is like Ryan. To your point, it is absolutely moronic that we're having conversations like that. It really is.
Woodward Sports, chaotic CJ. No, I am not comfortable. I trust the team, but there are so many outliers in the league right now. While being the most arguable best division in the league right now, this is a scary year. 12-5 is a good record. Hey, chaotic CJ, I'll give you credit because you're being a man about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just asking for the people to be real.
Can I say this? I think we're making the same mistake about the NFC North that we made about the AL Central. And Neal, you and I did a show, and I got absolutely crucified for it, okay? The AL Central is a flawed division that was the benefactor of a historically bad team. Mm-hmm. And if you remember, you and I were doing the show on Big D Energy, and people, what the fuck are you talking about? They had 3 teams going in the playoff. What are you talking about? They had a historically bad Chicago White Sox in the division, and that elevated everything, okay? And I'm going to say I don't think this division is all that. I don't. I think the Lions are the best of this division. But let me ask you guys a question. I'm being serious, Neal, okay? Can you see the Minnesota Vikings advancing to the Super Bowl?
No.
Can you see the Green Bay Packers advancing to the Super Bowl? Mm-mm. Okay, cool. I think we're set here, right?
There's a ton of question marks.
Don't forget the Bears.
There's a ton of question marks. I mean, I've been told that the Bears have won the offseason and they're winning the Super Bowl. They have the greatest coach of all time. But there's still question marks. They have an unproven head coach. They have an unproven quarterback. And then you go over to the Vikings, the team that just won 14 games. I love J.J. McCarthy, but that dude is unproven so far. He's unproven. You look at Jordan Love, you go over to the Packers, unproven. But you go over to the Lions, and that's the most proven team out of the bunch. Like they've won the division, they've been to the NFC title game, and their quarterback Jared Goff, he's proven. But looking at the rest of the division, there's so many question marks and it's so unproven.
I yearn for Neal Ruhl's text at 10:15 tomorrow night, okay? Telling me that Caleb Williams has 42 feet of passing yards
in the second half.
I yearn for that. Like, I need that. Like,
you got one yesterday.
I need it like I need air, food, water, and shelter. I'm just telling you. That was my favorite bit. Well, my second favorite bit last year. With and or was my favorite bit. But, like, literally the obligatory text from Neal to, like, Spenny and me and a few other guys from here. And, hey, by the way, guys, if you're keeping track at home, Caleb Williams has 42 feet of passing in the first half. I need that. I do. I need
You'll
that.
Get it. You'll get it. Right Matthew Kruger in the super chat. Aside from a garbage touchdown, Jared Goff was any better in that NFC Championship game second half than Matthew Stafford was in the Cowboys game. Well, Matthew, Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled the ball too. He did. I know that runs counter to what we're talking about. He did.
Do you know what I hate, Neal? And I disagree with this, but I can't argue this, okay? There are a lot of people out there, and I don't know if they've showed up in the chat, but you can't win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff, okay? I disagree with you. I do. Same. I disagree with you, especially with what he has to work with here. I disagree with you. But at the same time, you know what? I'm a man that deals in fact. I can't tell you you're wrong. The only way to shut those people up is for Jared Goff to lead this team to a Super Bowl championship, whether we like it or not. Whether you like it or not is absolutely positively inconsequential, okay? The only way to shut those people up is for Jared Goff to say, this is my year. I'm going to shut everybody up. And that's the only way to do it.
This is one of the last narratives that Jared Goff has left to slay.
You got it.
Jared Goff has several narratives. It's he can't play in the cold. He's beat that. He,
you can't win a playoff game.
Yeah,
you can't win a division. You can't win a playoff game.
He can't play outside.
There are all these
Small
check marks
hands.
that he's just been during his Lions tenure. Just check.
Can't beat
check.
the Chiefs. He's never lost.
What's the one he's facing this year?
Super Bowl.
Well, that and Ben Johnson left. What are you going to be without Ben Johnson? We see national pundits.
See, I don't
talk
even
about
think it's that, dude. It's Super Bowl.
I still see that
Super Bowl.
conversation.
It's
I watch
Jared-
people from CBS Sports and stuff say like, I don't know about golf without Ben Johnson, and the heavyweights. We've said it too. That's been a conversation. That's another chance for him to come slay that narrative. He could never be a top 5 MVP candidate. What was he last year? Top 5 MVP?
in the MVP voting,
Yeah.
no doubt. AJ in the chat. Let's go One Pride, repping from Seward, Alaska.
Damn.
shout
out, boy.
Shout out, man.
I
Shout
just
out.
watched 30 Days of Night. It's a great vampire flick, by the way, and it takes place out there in Alaska. Check it out.
That would drive me crazy.
The P is free. Yes, expectations have changed. We are chasing rings. Anything less is a failure.
Yep.
TM Martin Esquire. I do wish Brad Holmes would spend more on talent. Well, TM Martin Esquire. Apparently you weren't with us earlier in the show. Dave Burkett from the Free Presses tweet. With Jamison Williams' extension done, the Lions have committed $789 million to sign 8 cornerstone players over the last 16 months. J-Mo, Goff, Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra, Kirby, Aleem McNeil, Taylor Decker, David Montgomery. Do you wish that he would get players like that in free agency? Do you wish that? Because essentially they did. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit.
I am so tired of that. You guys,
He only signs his own guys, Sean.
It's the core. It's the window aspect of things. Absolutely, positively. I love making those core players our core. Absolutely, positively. Yes.
And that's going to reach $1 billion real soon with Hutch.
Sure.
That's going to reach a real and Neal, 8 players. How many people are on an NFL roster?
53.
53. So if you're spending that much money, if you're spending $750 million on 8 players, to me that kind of goes back. And I was one crashing out about the Za'Darius thing because I was like, how the hell do you just not come up with $6 or $7 million to get this guy, or $9 million, whatever that contract ends up being for him in Philly? How do you not do that? And this is how. This is how you keep every single player that you continuously hit on in the draft, year in, year out. You like we said, you're drafting starter quality players. Let's use that term because now, Neal, as you know, there's not starting positions available for
Correct.
this team. But you're still drafting starter quality players year in and year out, and you have to keep all of them. And so far, they're being a man of their word. Let me know the good Detroit Lions player that was drafted during Brad Holmes' tenure that we let go. Who are you going to say? Iffy?
I think we're
okay.
Can we sit back and talk about Za'Darius Smith for a while? Because I think the way it played out – no, seriously. The way it played out is exactly the way that some of us thought it would play out, but it didn't end up where we thought. Good for him. He's a veteran that didn't have to put up with training camp, that didn't have to put up with the bullshit exhibition games, and he went and signed with a contender. Right? Good for him. I wish it was here. I really love the idea of Za'Darius Smith and Hutch together. It wasn't here. So we move on. That's okay. It's fine with me. And I think Brad Holmes has shown us that he will find a guy that fits in with what we're doing. And it might not be the big, bold move that we're all asking for, okay? But he's going to find a guy that's a fit. And I care more about fits than anything else, Neal. I don't care if it's flashy. I don't.
Because
you know what?
It's not your fantasy team.
This show is full of fits, okay? We got Ryan in there. You might not have any idea who Ryan is.
Nope.
He's a fucking fit. We have Chris in there. You might not have any idea who Chris is. He's a fucking fit.
That's
Give
true.
me fits, right?
That's it. That's it. That's all. Hamburger Harvey in the chat. Go Lions from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Oh,
hey, this is the Rough Riders year. Let's talk CFL.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Can we talk about it?
I can talk about.
They put down Winnipeg. They exercised a lot of demons this weekend when they beat Winnipeg.
And you guys ever want to talk about some Western Hockey League stuff? Let's go. I'm a big CHL guy.
All right, that's where I'm getting off the highway. Sure. You'll talk CFL with me, and then I'll leave the room. And then,
I don't know what happened to the Alouettes. Love to hear from you guys in the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Soccer night in Detroit. Sign the core, and you win more. Like,
oh, I like that.
No, 100%. I do want to do that. I let's take a break.
Yep.
And we'll come back. I want to touch on the NFC North. Sean said that he will chug another Sun Cruiser at 600 likes.
Are you guys doing this again?
I don't think they're going to get home. They're at 490.
Do you hear that? He is doubting you. Neal Ruhl, the man of the people, is doubting the people.
Hey, I noticed they're going uphill now or something.
Yeah. You guys are better than that. Come on. What we're 110 short?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Neal may not believe in you, but I believe in you.
It's 110 short right now?
All
right, I challenge you guys in the next 2 minutes. I bet you can get 110 likes on there.
You are watching the Lions pregame show. Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligan, brought to you by Second Best Bar, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Sun Cruisers, Mad Packs, and Ben Johnson. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Back at everybody, the Lions pregame show. Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligan, Ryan Glinsky in the house, Chris Platty, Kool-Aid just kicking it in the studio, hyping us up. And all of you in the Woodward Sports chat, thousands of you watching. Sean Baligan offered it up. If we get to 600 likes, he's basically doing a chug for every 200 likes of the Sun Cruiser. We're a proud partner here at Woodward Sports. These are our people. These things are just easy drinking, man.
Where are we at? Do I have to do another?
We are at 520 right now.
You guys.
That was a jump.
Come on.
I'm not angry.
You guys
I'm just
are better
disappointed.
than that.
Yeah. Sean, but we've been talking about the Lions and the Packers, and it's kind of edged into an expectations thing and stuff like that. The NFC North as a whole, and we're gonna get a look because it's Lions Packers today, the national game on Fox. I know we've touched on it, when you look, it's time to set it in stone, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
When you look across this NFC North, Sean, what do you see for the Detroit Lions, just in terms of off seasons, we're ready to rock, et cetera, et cetera?
I mean, the easy place to start is we're still the team to beat, and I think that's a factual reality. And I think deep down inside, Bear fan, Viking fan, Packer fan. By the way, thank you for jumping in the chat. I really appreciate it. You prove every few minutes how much we own you. So thank you for that. And anytime you can do that. But Neal, honestly, I look at it this way. I think the Green Bay Packers are the biggest threat. I do. The Minnesota Vikings, as much as I do respect KOC, and I do, you're dealing with what is, in essence, a rookie quarterback, okay? You had some cute, fun times with Sam Darnold last year, but in essence, you're dealing with a rookie quarterback. And the Chicago Bears, with he whose name I dare not mention, I try my hardest not to mention his name, are a big not yet. They're a big not yet. I do like a lot of the moves that the Bears made in the offseason. I'm not going to lie. I do. But they're a big not yet. And let's face it, there is a giant question mark about their quarterback. And if you need any reminder, maybe you can get in the text thread with Neal, where Neal will let you know how many feet of yardage that he's thrown in
drop
first
your cell
half
number
of
in there.
games.
I'll put you
drop your cell. Yeah, drop your cell number in. Neal, get you involved in the chat, and we'll have some fun with it. But Neal, if I'm being honest, I do like some of the moves that the Bears made, but it's a big not yet. So when I look at it, and this is why I said it earlier, I don't think this division is going to be what people think it is. Okay, so let's think. The Lions were 15-2. As excited as we are about the Detroit Lions, show of hands just in this room, how many people think that the Lions are going to get back to 15-2 and exceed 15-2? Put your hands up.
Sean, I wouldn't call for any team to be 15-2.
You got it.
Any team.
Okay, so with that being said, the Minnesota Vikings last year were 14-3. How many people think the Vikings are going to go 14-3?
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, cool. The Green Bay Packers were 11-6. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers are 11-6. To be honest with you, Neal, I have the Detroit Lions winning the division at 12-5. The Green Bay Packers at 11-6, and the Vikings in that maybe we're in, maybe we're not in 10-7 type of range, and the Bears going, they're going to play the role of the Chicago Bears this year, being adorable, like okay, we're a threat, we're not really a threat, but we're kind of a threat type of scenario. So that's why I say, to the people out there that think that this division is all that, I don't see it record wise by the time all is said and done.
100% fair. And that like, look, when you have questions at quarterback, which certainly the Bears do,
100%.
Certainly the Vikings
do as
even
well.
if you are a Michigan slap, even though the new quarterback looks a lot like the old quarterback. I digress.
The Packers do as well. The Packers do as well.
Come on, Neal.
They do. No, and that's what I was going to drive at. Maybe not as many questions, but questions.
Yep.
But questions.
Is he an NFL caliber quarterback? Absolutely. I think you're fooling yourself. Is he in that rarefied air that Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl champion was, that Brett Favre Super Bowl champion was? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think he's in that rarefied air.
And is he able to play an entire season and within that season also be consistently good? Because everybody points to, in the Packers world, that hot stretch he had in the second half of the season 2 seasons ago. Last season, injuries like, can you put together a full body resume one season before you get anointed as Super Bowl champion?
And that's it. It's always something with this guy.
Yeah.
Always something with this guy. Like, bingo.
Yeah.
That's it. Do it for a year. Like, uninterrupted. Unlike Red Zone now. Uninterrupted.
It's the thumb. It's the hamstring. There were a lot of excuses last year. But, again, I'm just basing this on what I heard from a lot of the Packer fans that I know. Because, again, I have a lot of friends in the UP, and what people don't understand in this state is, when you get west of Marquette, there's a majority of Packer fans up there. And I'm just telling you what I heard from my Packer fans up there, and my friends, if you will, is there are some concerns that Jordan Love is just a good quarterback as opposed to being the next in that incredible lineage that the Packers have had.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Tev Sauce with the super chat. If you want to skip the line, go ahead and use the super chat. Tev Sauce just got in. What's the JMO discourse? I like it. No, it's unilaterally. Well, except for Vikings fans. They think that it was an overpay.
How could you dislike that?
They told me it was an overpay.
Okay, good.
Despite the fact that Justin Jefferson makes nearly double what JMO makes.
Well, we're going to have some fun on Christmas.
Yes, we are. Cartier, Brad isn't Jesus. He has a lot to improve on as a GM. He waited to pay Hutch, and now we're most likely on the hook for $50 million plus for a Hutch extension.
Cartier,
okay,
I agree with you. Neal, I'm sorry to jump in. I agree with you. I think he's one of the best general managers in the league, but he has to graduate to Howie Roseman levels. Sorry. I agree with that. I will take him. I'm happy with him. I think the best is yet to come. But, Neal, I think there's validity to what he said.
And then I will say this. So you mean to tell me, and again, maybe I do this differently. I only deal in guarantees because that's all a contract is. That's all that you're technically liable for. Micah Parsons, on the guarantees, is a $41 million a year player. To suggest that he's going to pay Hutch 20% more than Micah Parsons is inaccurate. And quite frankly, it's dumb. It's dumb to suggest that. Now, I would say, can I just ask the question, Cartier? Maybe it wasn't that he waited to pay Hutch. Maybe it was that Hutch said, let me see how this Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons thing goes before I sign my deal. Because that's what I would do.
That's what every agent does. I still laugh at the whole. Remember when Matthew Stafford for a few months was the highest paid player in the National Football League? And why was that? Because Carr got a huge contract. And if I'm Matthew Stafford's agent, I sit back and I come waltzing in. I'm floating on the air. I come waltzing into the Lions office. And I sit back and I tell everybody, hey, so Carr got this. What do you think my guy should get? And conversely, you know what happened after that? Remember Aaron Rodgers said it. Hey, that's really cute. The guy in the division, Matthew Stafford, that hasn't won dick, that hasn't won a playoff game, look at the contract he had. What do you think I should get? Like, that's the way that it works. No doubt about that. I think that's a smart play.
Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. Jeff, Hutch's agent is waiting. If I were an agent, that would be my recommendation to Hutch.
100%.
We have the power players in the game.
Yes.
And whoever is latest gets the most. Whoever's the latest gets the most until the next guy's the latest.
Sit back going like this, smiling like the butcher's dog, man. That's really anything you throw off the table, I'm going to be ready for it. That's the way it is. And that's the business, man. Reality.
He says, are you trying to convince me Hutch wouldn't have signed early? Brad likely dropped the ball on that. No, Cardi, I'm telling you what I would do. Sean, if you were Hutch, what would you do?
You know what? If I was Hutch, even if I looked at, can I be Hutch's agent?
Yes.
You're Hutch. Hey, can you get me signed? No. You're dumb. No. Wait. We are going to maximize this. You can get more than what they're offering right now. Okay? We can find a happy medium from that point on, but absolutely, let's wait for the market to set itself, and we'll work from that point.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. Just kind of wrapping about the J.J. McCarthy thing.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very, very good roster in Minnesota.
They do.
I will admit that. 100%. They have a very, very good roster.
I like KOC. I told you that last year.
You value him more than I do.
I do.
Because I think he gets bullied when it comes down to a matchup against Dan Campbell, and he forgets doing what he does and lets what Dan Campbell does affect what he does, which therefore is one of the cardinal sins in life.
We saw that the last game of the year. That's undeniable fact.
That's why I get off the highway.
That's why I shut up.
Yeah,
at that point in time, I shut up.
No, but again though, J.J. McCarthy, can I give it to you like this then? Jordan Love, we talked about it. J.J. McCarthy, Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, all three quarterbacks with questions, right? So Jordan Love a little bit less. In varying degrees. Jordan Love a little less. If you have a lot of questions about two quarterbacks, one ain't going to make it. And I say ain't for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The math says that. One's not going to make it, Sean.
Yes.
Either JJ or Caleb Williams are not going to make it. The math tells you that. So, ... It's just like the Vikings have a nice roster, but you can have a nice roster when your quarterback is on a rookie deal, coming off a knee injury and has never played in this league before.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I'm not going to believe in that. Sorry. I guess I'm a dick. I don't know.
Young quarterbacks are going to do dumb young quarterback things, man. It is an undeniable fact in this National Football League. Every exception that you bring up, I'll give you 10. Like, seriously. Neal, you know I'm a big exception to the rule guy. Are there young quarterbacks that have had success in the National Football League? Of course there are. Every one that you want to bring up to my attention, I'll give you 10 that didn't. And they went on to good careers as well. Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks we've all seen in our life, man. What was it, 28 interceptions in his rookie year? Okay? I mean, it's the National Football League. And I get it. Okay, before you jump on me, this isn't his quote-unquote rookie year, but it is. You know it. I know it. This is his rookie year. This is his welcome to the National Football League year. I like JJ. I think, especially from my college fan base, I think there's a lot of shade that was thrown his way about his career at Michigan. I think he's a pretty damn good quarterback, okay? But I think there's a big difference between being a pretty damn good quarterback at the collegiate level and being a pretty damn good quarterback in the National Football League. And we all have to take a big breath and take a wait and see.
Woodward Sports chat thread, James Feldman. Neal hasn't ished on U of M once all broadcast. Are you okay? Are you feeling all right? Well, James, all right. Alex Orji last night was 9 for 24 for 142 yards with 3 carries for -1 yards.
Come on, Neal. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Bryce Underwood. My bad. My bad.
Oh, boy.
Meet the new quarterback. Same as the old quarterback.
I'll say this about JJ.
They're 8-6 since they won a national title too.
Oh, God.
Very Auburn-like.
Come on, Neal. Come on. But I'll say this.
Okay, there. I checked that box for you, James. Thanks for watching, though. All right, moving on. What do you got, Ryan?
I'll say this about JJ. Even at Michigan, we still didn't know exactly the type of quarterback that he is. I think there's a good quarterback in there. We just don't know. And I think this year it's going to be a lot of growing pains for the Vikings. It's a young quarterback. Sean mentioned it's his rookie year. I know he was drafted 2 years ago, but I still firmly believe this is his rookie year. There's a lot of pressure on this guy because people are like, wow, KOC used Sam Darnold, a quarterback that was on his last legs, and he won 14 games with. Almost won the division, almost got the 1 seed with. There's a lot of pressure on JJ. I still think he's a good quarterback, but there's going to be a ton of growing pains as the season goes on.
All right, chat. We got a couple minutes left here in the show. I do want to spin around the NFL because we are talking Lions, Packers. People check me on that too. I forgot. Paramount, CBS, not on Fox. I'm just so conditioned to the NFC North.
Do I have to slam
the
you?
update, Sean? We are at 568 likes, 569 likes. If we get to 600, Sean will slam a third one.
You people aren't going to come through.
You have 8
happy.
minutes. You have 8 minutes to get the
Smash
job
that
done.
like button.
Yeah, that's up to you. It's not up to us. And we're not a circus act. We're not the heavyweights.
No.
Like, we're not going to do it.
Heavens no.
Just to do it.
We're a cheap date, the heavyweights. I'm just gonna
That's
put it
fine. That's
out there.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, man.
Those have value. Those have value.
They
Are we
do.
gonna act like nobody in this room's had a cheap date? Come on, it's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a good time. 5 to 7.
But yeah, I guess Sean, just as we wrap things up, just to take a quick spin around the NFL. What do you see? What sticks out to you? What are you looking at today? Because we get the 1 o'clock shift off, so you can spin that red zone. No longer commercial free. Sorry.
Just had to put it out there.
What are you looking for?
I love tonight's game because I think that perhaps this year there's a changing of the guard. I think that perhaps the Baltimore Ravens or the Buffalo Bills might punch their ticket to the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. I do. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are I think they're susceptible right now. I think the Chargers showed that on Friday night. So more than anything, Neal, I'm really looking forward to tonight's game. I mean, obviously, other than the Detroit Lions. And for pure hate reasons, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. But I'm really looking forward to the Sunday night game.
Sean, I'm with you because it's like an AFC Championship caliber matchup, but right out of the rip. Where do you lean? Because you talk about the Monday night game, because we're all going to watch. Every single one of us
1,000%
are going to watch that Monday night game. Do you hate it more that someone's going to win, or do you love it more that someone's going to lose? And we're gonna kill one of the quarterbacks and glaze the other one.
It's one of two times this year that I will say to myself, I hope the Vikings win. It's one of two. I mean, I hate the Bears that much. I really do. Wow. And especially now that he, whose name I dare not mention, has entered the chat. It is one of two times that I will say I hope the Vikings take care of business. The Bears are a big not yet. Again, a year ago, I was yelling at everybody. You guys got sucked in to the soap opera drama that is in Hard Knocks. I mean, it is a made-for-television. Of course they're going to make these guys sound like they're that far away. People got sucked into it. Neal, I like some of the moves the Bears made. It hurts me to say that. It hurts me in my soul, but it's a big not yet.
And you have to have a quarterback in this league.
Yep.
You have to.
And that's the biggest problem.
Guess how many likes we have right now?
How many?
607.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. All right.
Cheers, boys. Week 1.
Holy mother of the Lord. I'm going to need to take a nap.
Oh, wow.
That a boy, Neal. Way to go.
Wow.
I told
Way
you I
to
would
go.
do it.
Pro.
I told you I would do it.
He's a pro.
There we go.
Before we get out of here, Sean,
Yes.
your thoughts. How's it playing out?
I think it's going to be closer than a lot of us thought. I think, when you let the emotion become a part of it, I go back to last year, both those games, the Lions were the better team. Make no mistake about that. But what was it, a 10-point win and a 3-point win? I'm going to pick in between. I really am. How about 31-24, Lions? I think the Lions come away with this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is going to be one of those games, Neal, where there aren't many times during the course of this game where I sit back and say to myself, wow, the Lions might lose this game. That's where I'm at right now. You?
A little bit lower, maybe like a 24-21. I think the Lions will dominate the time of possession.
Okay.
We haven't talked enough about Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I do think that today. And, look, everyone in the chat was talking about it with Devin Silkos. Come on, 200 more likes now. You got 3 minutes.
No, don't do that. No,
If you get it to 800 in 3 minutes, we'll do it. I'll do it too. If they do this, Sean,
They're
not going to do it.
Shout out to Chad if they do that.
shout out to Chad anyway.
You guys, really appreciate you guys. This is so much fun.
No, but Sean, for real though, it never plays out the way everybody thinks it's going to. And people were in the chat talking about J-Mo's going to have a $160 and 2 touchdowns.
No.
It's not going to be that way. This game, this matchup, the path to success for the Lions in this matchup is running through Micah Parsons' face, which sounds weird, but that is. And I honestly believe that's going to be the focus for this matchup. Now, with that being said, there are some holes in that Green Bay secondary. There are. And I will be intrigued to see, because I think we're also forgetting defensively. We just talked about it for 20 minutes. And the Aiden Hutchinson impact on this, there are not going to be a lot of 3rd and 1s for the Packers.
Agreed.
There's just not.
Agreed.
There's just not. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think it feeds off of itself. When you make a play, i.e. a Hutchinson sack, it's a drive killer or a holding penalty. And it's not even just sacks. A holding penalty is a sack. It is. I count it the same in my game flow world that I talk about.
100%.
Because it is the same. Because at a minimum, it's 2nd and 12. So with that being said, it won't just be linear sacks on paper. I think Hutchinson has what I asked for when I got in trouble with a lot of Lions fans. When I said, Hutch, I want to see more. I can't see 2 months without a sack. Can't see it. And then he gave us more. and then he got hurt. I think that when today's done, I think the national narrative will be Aiden Hutchinson, and it won't be Micah Parsons. And you might not see it. And look, I don't know if media is nuanced enough to understand that. They're probably not. But when I take this microphone tomorrow at 11 to 1 on Big D Energy, and you do at 8 to 10, Aiden Hutchinson is the Micah Parsons.
I would love to hear from a Packer fan that would have the audacity to tell me that they'd rather have Micah Parsons over Aiden Hutchinson. And I'm serious when I say that. I'll take Aiden Hutchinson. Thank you. I'm so serious when I say that. I will take Aiden Hutchinson.
That's what I like to say is, like, you think that Aiden Hutchinson is not going to come out and absolutely ball this game. Let's be honest for a second.
You have no data to suggest he won't.
I have no data to suggest he won't. And also, I mean, I'm just a big narrative and storyline guy. I think that Hutch probably blames himself for last season not being the success that it was, that injury. It's not his fault, but I'm sure that he's sitting there like, damn, if what happened to me didn't happen to me, we are hosting that Lombardi trophy. So he's already going to come in like a demon week 1. Now you add this hoopla about Micah Parsons. Oh, now all of a sudden the NFC North has real edge rushing. Now all of a sudden the best edge there's a new sheriff in town at the edge position in the NFC North. You think Aiden Hutchinson's going to let that? While also being in contract negotiations? Hey, this guy just got paid. I'm going to show you why I'm resetting the market. He's not resetting the market. I'm resetting the market. I think Hutch is the guy. If you're betting on a big game from anybody, I think Hutch is the guy this week. And not to mention the questions you have about the Lions' offensive line, moving a guard to center, importing a rookie. All that could be said for the Packers too, guys. All that could be said.
I'm not trying to give our bosses any ideas by any stretch of the imagination, but Neal, look me in the eye and tell me we aren't capable of doing a 6-hour pregame show.
Well, physically,
tell me we aren't capable. We just blew through 2 hours, and it's like I got so much more shit to say. It's insane.
Speaking of that, by the way, Woodward Sports, your home for the Lions. Not only today, tomorrow, all week long. Sean Baligan in the morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Big D Energy with myself, Terry Foster. Tomorrow, that's 11 to 1. Braylon Edwards with Shep Show, the heavyweights. The Lions Watch Party, live from Second Best. If you want to go downtown for the vibes, man, they'll be down at Second Best.
Great spot.
Great spot. Get the wings. They're elite. And, again, the Woodward Sports Lions post-game show. That'll do numbers. It's the best post-game show in this city. Period. End of story.
Hopefully we'll see a lot of the guys out there next week. We're going to be there next week, Neal, from 10 to noon before the matchup against the fucking Bears. Fuck them!
The show goes on, everybody. Wow, I can't believe it's over as well. Big shout out to my man Ryan Glinsky stepping up, Chris Platty as well, Sean Baligan, Kool-Aid was here kicking it, and you guys in the chat, you came up short. No, we're not circus clowns. You had like 8 minutes to get 200 likes. You didn't do it.
Sorry.
Maybe you'll be better next
Sorry.
week. But that's not up to us.
Learning
that's up
experience.
to you. No, but for real, though, thank you. Check-ins from Alaska all the way around the world. You guys are the best. Lions Packers, 425 Paramount CBS today, everyone. Well, see you later.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.